What's good, y'all? Now, um, I don't even know what to say to start this video. Yeah. Um, Apparently, well, not apparently, because a whole bunch of people know about this. Nicki Minaj is freaking supporting Trump. Now, um, um, my thoughts on that. Um, well, obviously, I don't like her for that. Um, and yeah. Uh, yeah. Like, I don't know why the freak she's supporting this dude. Like, it's freak. Like, this dude. I don't even want to get into what the freak is. I don't even want to get into it. Why I don't like this dude, but yeah, yeah, this dude is, yeah. And also, I kind of don't feel like I should say that. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Disregard what the frick I'm about to say. Um, yeah. So, yeah. What has the world come to, bro? What has the freaking world come to? I don't even feel like watching this video. Screw it, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well.
How are the captions always on every time I react to a video, bro? I don't get it.
We have to discuss yet another sign of our current society's downfall. That is the recent right-wing rabbit hole descent of one Nicki Minaj. Something we have talked about on this channel before, but I will say, at the point that we last discussed this topic, there was maybe possibly a snowball's chance in hell of Nicki writing course, having a change of heart, waking up from whatever haze she is in and coming to her senses, which she seemingly at one point had. But now it just kind of seems like that's not happening. That's never going to happen. That is just completely done. We have crossed the Rubicon, and Nicki has officially made the change from rap pop superstar, legendary musical cultural icon, to unabashed right-wing grifter, and here's how it happened, essentially. Like I said, weeks ago on this channel, we talked about Nicki Minaj making recent appearances with Erica Kirk, paying an insane amount of lip service to the right. But even after as crazy as that whole occurrence was, I don't think anybody could have foreseen the media blitz that she went under over the last 5 days, because Nicki showed up in person on stage with Donald Trump.
The greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell. Not quite. Not as much. But that's okay.
Nicki literally said on stage that Donald Trump, she's his #1 fan, and that's probably not going to change anytime soon.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not...
I'm gonna go ahead and let this play, then I'm gonna say what the frick I gotta say.
Going to change, and the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work. Okay?
She does her little podium speech, leaves the exchange, does some posts on social media, shows off that she got this weird-ass Trump gold card and does a little vague posting gesturing toward the idea that this interaction, the support that she is giving the Trump administration, might have something to do with her immigrant status.
Okay. I don't even know what the freak to say about this. I don't think I should be laughing at that. Well, I'm laughing because I don't even know what the freak to say. I'm freaking, I don't know what the freak to even feel right now. I'm freaking, I don't know. I don't know how to describe what the freak I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of, I don't want to say shocked, but I'm kind of, how the freak do I describe it? I don't even know, bro. Like, this is, I don't know, bro. This is terrible. Like he said, society, like Fantano said, man, society is just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Um, Lord Jesus, man, help us all. God, help us all, man. Help us all. Help us all, Jesus Christ. What the freak, man?
Her desire to be a fully legal citizen in this country. And look, this appearance, this interaction for Nicki, optically was bad enough. You have Nicki on camera hugging up on Mike Johnson like they're old friends or something. You have this weird-ass photo of Nicki holding Trump's hand where very clearly you can see that weird foundation they've been putting on Trump's hand as of late because of the odd discoloration that have many wondering about the status of his health. And again, this Nicki GOP promotion, it's very much a cross-pollination, as we've seen the official GOP Twitter account posting MAGA Minaj photos. The White House posting saying that she's a super based. Jesus Christ, we live in the clown timeline. But this is not the only promotion of the Trump brand Nicki has been doing over the past few days, because she also showed up for the Melania documentary film premiere, a movie that I'm sure is lacking some interesting details related to Epstein that have recently come to light in this new 3 million document drop. Yeah, they're probably not covering that part of her life story. But yeah, here's Nicki at this goddamn premiere looking like a damn fool. So again, as I said at the start of this video, the Nicki Minaj Republican MAGA transformation is like fully complete. And look no further than Nicki's Twitter account for evidence of this. Because not only is she attacking the sexuality of figures like...
I'm gonna read this shit. Wow. Wow.
Don Lemon and Trevor Noah.
You called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
She's also been pushing out ridiculous right-wing talking
Okay.
points, questioning why the Democrats always have the gay vote. Look, I'm not going to get into every single thing Nicki has posted to Twitter over the last 48 hours because I don't want you to sustain too much psychic damage from this video. I don't want Austin to sustain too much psychic damage from this video too. And also there are elements of Nicki's downfall here that have been covered much better by other voices who obviously very much align with her core fan base in terms of looking up to her and what she at one time represented in a certain way. What I want to add to this conversation is how I would like people to sort of like see and interpret Nicki Minaj going forward, because yes, there is a lot of valid conversation around how hurtful and shocking and disappointing and heartbreaking and crazy and unhinged Nicki's recent behavior has been. Having watched this very thing happen many times over for the last decade with various figures in content creation and entertainment, what Nicki is doing here is nothing short of an open grift. She is repeatedly tweeting out and posting up right right-wing talking points, which have not only been very carefully crafted and suggested to her, but have been getting posted by others in the right-wing propaganda media network for years. Like, nothing she's proposing or arguing for here is new by any stretch of the imagination as far as right-wing philosophy is concerned. Not only that, but please take into account that all of these recent media appearances that she's been doing on behalf of the right and Trump and so on and so forth, Nicki is not showing up to any of this shit for fun or out of the goodness of her heart, especially when it comes to organizations like TPUSA. You are getting paid for showing up to those types of events. Like, the whole brand is finding right-wing media figures and various talking heads who are willing to pop on a stage somewhere and basically pay lip service to the organization and the ideology they push. So there's no way in hell Nicki is doing any of this for free, especially given how carefully planned and consistent the propaganda has been over the last several days. And look, as much as a lot of Nicki's fan base has basically turned its back on her for the last week plus, and given the recent shots thrown toward Nicki Minaj by Trevor Noah at the Grammy Awards ceremony that sort of seemed like the audience there got a big laugh out of, yeah, it does seem like a fair amount of people are kind of seeing through the BS and not taking what Nicki is doing here seriously. But there is a considerable amount of her very sycophantic fan base that are completely down for this craziness and are eating up every word and have been super quick to, jump on stories about Don Lemon getting arrested unlawfully for covering a protest, saying that his arrest in LA was Nicki voodoo, which, I'm sorry, Don Lemon
I know that happened.
Because the government is turning fash has nothing to do with him criticizing Nicki going down a far-right rabbit hole. Well, given Nicki is being paid to go far-right, there is a connection there, but not in the way Nicki voodooers think. It's not magic, it's not karma, it's just Nicki being a sellout. And there's really no simpler way to put it than that. Nicki is an annoying, clueless, unscrupulous, loser sellout who is knowingly stepping into all sorts of insane hypocrisy traps right now, posting pictures of Jay-Z questioning the age gaps of particular relationships in his life. Meanwhile, look at the very real convictions her brother as well as her husband have faced. Disgusting stuff. Just absolutely disgusting. But yeah,
What?
I'm gonna leave it there. Rest in peace to Nicki Minaj's career. Once a legendary, pioneering, highly influential rapper, now just a right-wing talking head speaking engagement circuit freak. Anthony Fantano, forever.
Excuse me. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. I will say this. People like who they like. People support who they support. Can't change them. You feel me? So, I'm not gonna say I hate Nicki Minaj for this, but I will say, I kind of, I also don't want to say lost some respect for her, but I just don't like Nicki Minaj right now. I like I like her music, but right now I nah. Nah. I can't, bro. Yeah. This is freaking. What has society come to, bro? What has freaking society come to? Yeah, I have nothing more to say. Good luck to Nicki Minaj, I guess. I I don't even know what the freak to say no more. Yeah. I'll see y'all in the next video. What the freak?